Hey, how are y'all doing? I hope everybody's doing good. So I'm just trying to get something pulled up over here so I can see something. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Okay. Hey, good morning, Britt. Yeah, I'm over here. Sorry, I'm gonna move this monitor so I can move this there. Just working on the pattern. Good morning, Valerie. Just working up on the written pattern for that back there. So, good morning, Manuela. It's going to be a little hard for me to see. I have everything on a different screen. I'm going to try to make it big. Trying to make just the chat big. Come on. I'm blind. Don't you know that? Now, will that make that big? Yes, it did. Haha. I guess your work schedule changing. Good morning, sweetheart. And that's awesome. That's awesome, Manuela. And again, good morning, DOY. I'm just over here literally writing the pattern for Ruby's Dream, the rap. The written part's done, but what is it? The graph I am still in the process of doing. And I think I just finished up. No, I got one little bit left to do. And then that part will be done. It's been a learning curve because I'm doing it in Adobe. What is this called? Illustrator. So, and I am. Oh, it worked. Oh, good. Oh no, it didn't. Darn it to heck. Good morning, Lady Aberdeen. How are you doing? Morning, Froggy, and morning, Darth Mom. I'm just trying to. There we go. Get this last little bit on this part of the pattern done, and we'll talk. I've been up trying to bust this out, get it done as fast as, I want to have it come out the same day that the actual paste. Now we gotta do some stretching. Where is it? There it is. Ooh, heck no, that looked bad. That should do it. Oh, come on, don't do that to me. Okay, that didn't do it to me. Good. I'm just trying to move you. Alright, I gotta do one last thing. Save it as, because I need to make sure it worked. So I need to pull it up as a PDF. Good morning, Tracy. Ding, my video is okay for everybody. Save as, what is that thing called? PDF. I need to take a quick look at it and then we can chat. I was trying to get this done, but let me scroll down. Okay, the diagram, last page. Come on, hurry up. Okay, I do need to alter it just a little bit. See what I need to do. Go there and stretch it this away. That's it. Now we can chat. So let me file, save again, save as. Adobe is just, I've never played with Adobe Illustrator writing patterns. So it's been a huge learning curve. Now I can move this over here. And go back to normal on vision. There we go. Check, oh, my chat settings. Oh, yeah, thank you for reminding me. Which I just lost. Where's that? Customization. Thank you for reminding me, Steve's girl. Go back to the stream. There we go. Close that out over there. Go over here. Now I'm waiting for chat to come back up. Because Michael didn't right click. There we go. And hide that from here. Thank you. Yeah, I just been writing the pattern, getting it done. Like I said, it is the word part of it, 100% written. I could release it now if I wanted to, but I want to also add the graph or diagram, whatever you want to call it. So I had to build every symbol that's in this pattern by scratch, which, you know, that was kind of fun figuring that stuff out. It was different, and then getting everything, make sure everything lined up like it was supposed to. It was different. I've never done anything like that before. But you know, oh, my lid's not open, and that's why I can't get any coffee. There we go. But I'm drinking coffee because I've got to get this done. Wednesday I have plans. Well, we got to go buy a new lawnmower. So that's the plans for Wednesday. Sorry about this little piece right here. I can't, it's part of the thing that's holding the phone. I have the phone backwards. Yeah, because the other decent one is holding my iPad, in which I have open the other template for the pattern. But how have you all been doing? I know it's early. I know a lot of people go back to work today. But otherwise, I hope everybody's doing good. You know, I know it's been kind of actually, you know, for a holiday, even though for a holiday weekend, it's actually been kind of slow on the streets. You know, for the past 2 days since I've been doing this pattern, I trying to find somebody to watch has been kind of hard at times. Work is overrated, right? I don't know. Sometimes well, most of the time I'll try and schedule these like 15, 20 minutes before so people get notifications. But I was sitting here and I was like, well, I want to try with this new app that I had that has allowed me to see what my phone is seeing, because I have my phone backwards right now. I'm going from the back camera. So I wanted to see. So I have an app on my iPad that is allowing me to see what my phone is seeing, so I can. Yeah, I just wanted to try it out. It's supposed to be a lot better. The rear camera, of course, is a lot better than the front cameras on any device. But I wanted to just, you know, play with it and see. Working on your contest project, that's awesome. Like I said, you know, I've been working on this pattern for 2 days, and I feel weird not having any yarn or crochet in my hands. It's weird, you know. Like I have needles and yarn around me, but I'm like, I can't do anything because I got to get this thing done. Oh, I need to take one of these. But I have not dozed off. I call it dozed off, but it's not sleep. But I have off track, side rails, whatever you want to call it, squirreled for several hours and sketched out some other blanket patterns. And I'm hoping I can start those. Hell, I don't know. I don't even know what our temperature is. Oh, I have my iPad right here that can tell me. Go to the weather. It's 55 outside. It rained all day yesterday, and it's supposed to rain today, and then warm up Wednesday, and then cool back down on. Ooh, that's a deep cool. Yeah, that's gonna be hurting me. But so just, hey, good morning, Amber. I hope everything's well. I love the way that the Gigabyte looks. Your Gigabyte looks fantastic. I love it. 47 in New Jersey. Yeah, that's where Panda's actually from. And he wants to move back up there. It's just so expensive. So expensive to move up there. Let me turn off my iPad now. It's so expensive. There's a few. Well, I came up with the past few days quite a few patterns when I should be working on this thing, on this written pattern. There's at least 2 blankets that I know I'm going to be doing soon. I don't know how. I'm wanting to start them sometime, probably. Maybe next week. That's kind of pushing. That may. I think I'm bringing it too close. I think I need to go out another week or two, because I ordered a lot of cotton yarn. 2 days ago, Saturday or Friday. Awesome. Well, hey, you got to keep yourself busy, right, Manuela? And I've got a lot more shawls. That was just the most basic, easy, friendliest one I could, beginner friendly one that I could get out fast. There's going to be some more other ones, like Saggy Granny is. That one's going to be a little bit more complicated because that stitch that I want to do it in has never been done in Tunisian crochet, so I have to create it, if that makes sense. Well, thank you. I know Panda's been wanting me to put out a shawl forever, so that's why I busted that one out. And that, and a lot of people have been asking for shawls, so I was like, well, let me get this one out. It's quick and it's easy. It's so very beginner friendly. You know, I think anybody that is just now picking up a Tunisian hook can pick that up and do it. That was my plan, and that's what I wanted, and that's what I hope came across. You know, the numbers are saying that's what came across, but, you know, sometimes numbers can lie. So, you know, and I've got a bunch of that big twist boho, which I think that's a fingering, or is it I don't know. It's one of those thinner ones. Um, I want to do a lacy shawl in that, but I'm sitting there like, do I really want to go through that torture? Oh, I'm so sorry, Amber. I am so sorry. You're in my thoughts, sweetie. You and your family. I know how hard that is. And Manuela, that, you know, sometimes it's like you don't have to go out and get all these expensive hooks. Like, yes, I have a lot of hooks, but the only expensive ones were the wooden Knitter's Pride Knit Pro ones. The others were dirt cheap. I mean, AliExpress, or I guess now Amazon's carrying them. Well, I'm glad I can keep you company, sweetie. There was something I wrote down. I can't see it because these got washed. Well, they've been dried for a couple of days. I still got to take them down and block them. I will, Tracy. But these have been. I put these up there a couple of days ago to dry. I block my stuff different than a lot of people. A lot of people, when it comes out wet, they'll block it. I don't. I let it dry, let it breathe, hang dry it, and let it kind of get a little bit of stretch to it naturally, and then I'll block it. The blue ones I got off of AliExpress. Oh man, I like them. The only thing I didn't like is the stopper, that little paw print. I don't. That's just me. I didn't like it. It's just aesthetic, you know. But I do like that set. Even the scissors. I had them right here because I was just using them. Oh yeah, right here. Even the scissors, you know, are really nice little scissors, and they're nice and sharp, and I like them. You know, so and I use normally prefer these are surgical scissors. They were never used, and the operating room was going to throw them away, so I took them. And I like these because I can get close to where I'm trimming, but still make sure I'm getting what I want to trim on the yarn, but not anything else. But I like the curved ones more because like you can get close to it, but then you know sometimes with the points get a little carried away. Morning, Catherine. So far, well, so far so good. Panda will be up here probably in about an hour. He works today and then off Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah, I just grew accustomed to these, and I've had these for. I need to sharpen them again. Um, for about 7 years, I've been using these, and that's all they get used for. And my my light here is magnetic, so I have two magnets here, and that's normally where my scissors will sit, right there. And then I just push my light back. So I have that there, and my two darning needles that I like to use are always sitting right here on my light because my light's always on me. Always using it, so put the two most common items I use on it. And I always have a pin somewhere, and of course I say that, and I can't find one. Oh, it's right here. One of Michi's, and it's magnetic, so or metal. There's metal in it, so it holds to some magnets I have on there too. I'm all about making life easy, you know, easy and cheap. I don't. Oh, one thing I did get. Hey babe, if you're gonna watch this replay, you really need to ignore this part because if you come at me, you ain't getting a birthday gift. I ordered four of Michi's colorway of it's the blushes I think from Rena Threads, and I cannot wait to work up with that stuff. Okay, if you're still watching, now you can, yeah. But he's gonna come at me. I know he is. I know he will. But whatever. Um, but I wanted to work with it, and there was a few of her colorways I liked. I just there's a lot with that you have to take into account when you do Tunisian, um, and a lot of that is well, especially with anything that changes color. Where is it going to change color for you? Because at least with crochet, it's a lot easier to back out or unhook your one loop and pull back and fix yourself. Tunisian, you got a lot to undo then to get things to go right with color changing yarns, and it's a pain in the rear. So if I can get this to color change almost naturally, that'll be awesome. And that's why I got two of it was which ones? I know. Yes, it was Michi's Blushing Teal. I got the one with the teal center, and then the one with two with the teal center and two with the white center. So that should be enough for me to do something to where it doesn't mess up. Oh, that's awesome. That's gonna look nice. That's gonna look nice then. Very nice. Hey, React Black, how are you doing? I've got a bunch of yellows, and I'm trying to. I gotta look it up. Hopefully, the website's not down yet. Okay, the website's still up at Joann's. I gotta find the name of the colorway that I have. There he is for these yellows. It's the Warm Brights is what I'm gonna be pairing with a bunch of yellows to do a pineapple thing. Well, Susanna, thank you, thank you. I can't wait to see that either, Amber. Well, that's awesome, React Black. Oh well, thank you, Manuela. Thank you. The goal. I know we're getting close to, like I said, a big number. I'm still debating on how I want to. I know people want a celebration. I want to do a celebration, but it's with my anxiety and my heart issue. Can those two coincide and allow me to do a celebration live, or how's it going to work? I don't know. Hey, good morning, Kendall. I'm just not 100% positive of how that is going to play out because of those issues. And yes, Amber, it is thick. I did it. When I came up with it, the weather here was, I think it was like 9 degrees outside. So for like 2 weeks or so, it was like 9 degrees outside. So yeah, I liked having that on me. Catherine, I don't. I do have one planned. Uh, I just gotta get a few other things done before I go that way. Yeah, and that's the other thing too, React Black. I don't want to have like I don't want to announce, hey, I'm doing a celebration giveaway, and you end up with all these people who never come to your channel, right? Along with, hey, good morning, Miguel. Along with people who do come to your channel, and the people who don't come to your channel are the ones that end up winning half the time, and I don't want that. I want people who have come here for me and not just for winnings, you know. It's really not like it's just my anxiety. It's the anxiety, and then if things start getting overwhelmed, I shut down. Um, that's like when people do those like the giveaway lives. Oh my gosh, I don't know how they do it. That drives me insane behind it. No, but I know, like, Manuela, I know a lot of people. Um, well, no, I can't say a lot because I know some people have already said they want to donate for the a giveaway for it or celebration live. And me and Tony or Panda have talked about it before I was even close about doing just a celebration live, and we were going to do anyway eight $20 gift cards to uh, Amazon. And yeah, Susanna, I live in the Panhandle of Texas. It's actually pretty decent today. It's going to be decent today. Yesterday we had a bunch of storms, but yeah. Well, yeah, and that's the other thing too is like I want to share the love with the community, not just myself. So it was like I've been chatting it over with a few people. I've chatted with Froggy about it. I chatted with Panda about it, and a few other people with that. How I kind of think I want to do with this is, yeah, I'll do a celebration life when the play button gets here. We open it together. We share in that experience together because it's not just me who got the play button. It's all of us who got the play button. Because without y'all, there would have been no play button. And I want to kind of show the love throughout the community. So, you know, um, if people, other creators, are wanting to donate for the giveaway, we'll have that giveaway on your channel. However, we'll do it however you want to do it, but we can have it announced so we can kind of funnel people around all these other channels they probably have never heard of before. Spread the love, spread everything. Oh, I'm very excited. Like I'm very excited and anxiety also. But like I said before, I want to use that to my advantage to help the community, to help other channels because there's some channels that they need. Well, there's quite a few, not just some. A lot of channels they should be higher than they are. I believe you know there is a lot of channels out there that should have more subscribers than I do. And then there's a few out there that should, you're like, why do you have that many subscribers? But yeah. Well, thank you guys. Thank y'all so much. Y'all, man, that really means the world to me. Thank y'all. But we're also going to be working. Oh, let me change the subject because I'm gonna be okay. So there's another thing I have that's going to be starting out this. Well, I can't. It's going to start sometime this summer. It's going to be an ebook, but not the Stitch ebook per se. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Manuela, you have to do what's best for you. I like to cater to both sides of the, I guess, YouTube spectrum. And some people like only lives, some people like tutorials, some people like both. So I try to cater to both on the spectrum, and then I also try to cater to time zones. Lately, I know I've been catering to European time zones coming on early like this, but that's going to change soon. And that has been happening. Sometimes there's been times I go, 2, 3 weeks when I go live. It's in the evenings in the U.S. time, and then there's 2, 3 weeks where I go live early in the morning. And hey Lisa, I just tried to cater to both sides of the world, and I've been asked, are you going to do seasonal projects? Truth be told, it's hard to do a seasonal project. Like You can do summer stuff or whatever. It's hard to do that type of seasonal stuff in Tunisian because Tunisian by nature is thick. Yeah, you can do there's lacy stitches, but it's still thicker than crochet. Well, thank you, Kendall. And that's the other thing too. A lot of people say they like my voice. I don't know what it is. Like I can't stand my voice when I'm editing it, but my voice is supposedly calming to a lot of people. There's a good, I don't want to say a good amount of my subscriber base, but when I first started, there was a good two, maybe 300 people that only watched my videos in the morning when they were getting ready for work because they had a stressful job and my voice kept them calm. And Panda used to do, he does that in the mornings too when he's getting ready for work. Because we don't have a TV in our living room. Our living room is actually a projector. And when he's getting ready for work in the morning, he'll just go through my playlist, just listening to whatever while he's getting ready for work. And he's like, "You should read books." I'm like, "I'm not here to read books. I'm here to teach crochet." I mean, maybe one day. I just don't have the time for it. I've got too much in my mind that I want to do and show. And in the past 2 days, like since I've been writing this pattern, I have had two that I'm going to be do blanket ideas. It's going to be coming within the next month or two, and but a total of 6 different blanket ideas. And I'm like, Michael, can you actually just concentrate on one thing? You've got to get this pattern written. I do that too, Amber, and there's plenty of times because most of the time I put my computer to sleep when I go to bed, whenever that is. But I have this TV right here that's a Roku TV, and I have a 10-hour timer on it. It's always still going when I get up, but I have it. I'll pick somebody on my list and just play their playlist. I know, sweetheart. You get so used to a routine, and then the routine is just kind of like, yeah. Good morning, Faith. I totally get it. I totally understand. And like the only reason I went live when I found out my mom was passing last year was I needed you guys. I needed it. I really did. You know, I don't have any family here besides Panda. You know, that's all I have. And I needed you guys, and that really helped. Uh, and then, but like I said, I ordered a bunch of cotton. I think it was Friday. I really think it was Friday. I ordered a what? I say it's a bunch of cotton. Um, Let me go to my Hirschners. Come on, go to my orders. Go to my account. Orders. Yeah. I gotta look that up. Go there. All right. It's the Knob Hill. It's an acrylic cotton blend with some wool and some nylon, but it's the colors I wanted, and they come in a 5 pack. And and they have like a red color, an orangey color, a lighter green color, and a darker teal color, if that's really what I call it. And there's 5 balls or skeins in each thing in each bag, and there's 240 yards per ball, which is quite a bit for cotton. Um, Let me go here and copy. Go there, go there. Paste. And oh, that's way too much. Oh my gosh, I can't do that. Won't let me paste it. Um, it's too long. Is there share? Oh, there is a share button. Does it shorten it? Because I'm not going to be going around to shorten stuff. Oh, I'm not going to do that. The plan is for that cotton. I'm sure I'm going to have plenty left over, but the immediate plan is a swimsuit cover up. I already have the design that I want to do in my head. Actually, it's sketched out on this door back here that you can't see because of those are hanging up there. And that's what that cotton for. I have a bunch of bamboo, the Lucky Brand bamboo. I have a bunch of that, and I'm going to use as a garment. That stuff's heavy, but I want to use it in a bag idea that I have, or like a beach bag type idea. Um, it's made a little different, but I wanted something. Bamboo is very sturdy, and so I think it's going to work out really well with that. And then I have two other bag ideas in my head. They're sketched down right over here. That's the stuff that's been coming to my head the past few days. Is all that stuff, and it's just, Michael, you need to concentrate on something else. Right? Hey, Amber, because as soon as this is done, and I film the premiere and edit the premiere and edit Ruby's Dream, get those ready. I'm starting on the bag. Okay, Lisa, thank you, and good morning, Tony. Tony, I've never really messed with it. I've never messed with. I don't really. I can't say I've never messed with cotton. I've messed with cotton, but I've never messed with a cotton acrylic blend. Uh, I'm hoping it's softer. But like the color, I've only messed with sugar and cream or concrete and cream. That's the cottons I've only messed with yet. The I know the acrylic wool blend, like the Supernova, which is a 20% wool and 80% acrylic. That stuff is pretty soft. Good morning, sugar. All right, you have a safe day, sweetie. But still cottony. Okay. As long as it's not like concrete and cream. But either way, I needed cotton, and I didn't want to spend an arm and a leg getting it because there's a bunch of other yarns I need to get too. There's I'm waiting on Hirschner's to finally, whenever they decide, hey, we are doing our big twist now. Um, that's what I'm waiting on because there's some colors that I need to get in that. It from what I have in my head, Amber. Yes, but it's going to be very simple to do because I don't want to give too much away. I'm making it as easy as possible. One, for me, so I can get it done faster. Two, there's no reason for complicated stuff. In my honest opinion, there's no reason for. Yeah, some of the complicated stuff looks pretty, but there's no reason for it most of the time. Sometimes, especially when there's easier ways to do something, there's some of these designers, and I'm not knocking their designs or anything because they're beautiful designs, but they could have went about that exact same design a different way, which would have been 10 times easier. And simple is, um, oh, Tony G, are you talking about the Pound Plus skeins? Because if you're talking about the Pound Plus skeins, the big things that they had, um, Mary Maxim has those. I like Barrico, Mortar, and Cotton. It's cotton. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up because that's the other thing too is Kindle. I don't like Yes. Okay, that's what you're talking about, Tony. Mary Maxim's carrying them. I think they split the brand up, or just made it kind of. Or I don't want to say even split the brand up. They probably just made it kind of like Red Heart. Now people are starting to carry it. I don't know. Nobody tells me anything no more. Good morning, Sue. Um, but yeah, the other thing I was going to say, Kendall, was I'm also I don't really care for working with 2 and below. 3 is kind of pushing it, but 3 and 4, 4 is my preferred weight. Well, good morning and thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Um, I don't have anything I'm working on at the moment. I need to finish a blanket, but I need to get this pattern finished too, though. So the blanket, the uh, Tunisian Jacob's ladder, I'd say it's at 90% done. As soon as I get this pattern written, get all the videos I need to get filmed for um, the release of the wraps behind me, and get them edited and out, then I can finish that off. That won't even take but 2 days. And then I've got the black. As soon as the cottons come in, I'm doing the swimsuit cover because it's also going to have a belt with it because there's yeah. There you go. That's yeah. It's still yeah. They're using I think they're keeping it at the non-sale price. I don't know whenever we'll find out how deep they sell it whenever they go on sale. Oh yeah, I've done a few sneak peeks of it, but I'll show you. It's right here. I gotta make sure it's got a lot of tails, so I don't weave mine in until after the fact, just in case I need to undo something. Because yeah, this is the actually last. I'm doing brights, but this is the last color that I'm working on, and then I can start doing the closing. But um, oh come on, Mike, hold on one second. I got. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal to me. Not a big deal at all. There we go. Um, but like Tunisian, most people use this stitch here, which is the double full stitch, as Jacob's ladder. Well, that's not Jacob's ladder. I did it in the crochet way. You know, there's the crochet way. That's the Tunisian way. However, the crochet way that I did is still Tunisian. These are them without them being looped. And I figured out how to do it. That it's never been done that way before, so I was like, well, because I don't like imitating a look if I can create the look. Oh, thank you. It Yeah, I like the bright colors. Well, see, Kindle, that's the throw for Michi's birthday giveaway, or what was it, the anniversary, potiversary. That is the throw that the crochet guy Rob won. Him and his wife, you know, I contacted with them, Heidi, and let them know, look, it's going to take a little while. You know, as a content creator, things have to get put to the side to get other things done. You know, I work on this as much as I can. I'm almost done with it, and so and they're totally understandable. I keep them updated weekly about it, or try to, and you know they're like, hey, we see what's going on with your channel. We know what you're doing. Those aren't curtains. That's Ruby's dream. It's up there drying. Ooh, Manuela. That's Ruby's dream. They're dry. I just gotta block them now. Oh, they would actually if I did them in a if I could stand to do them in a lighter yarn. I bet they would. Like if you did those in fingerling, I bet you they would make really pretty curtains. But Michael's not messing with the fingerling. Fingering, not fingerling, fingering. Michael sure ain't doing that. Um, Amber, yeah, you're gonna love it. In the video, I tell you the repeats because there is no reason. I don't want to say reason, but time constraint wise, I had to go that route. Be like, okay, this is the repeat for this row, and show the repeat. We'll tell you when the repeat starts and when the repeat ends, and then we do it one more time, and then I say, now you can finish this with the repeats. React like, right? Um, and that's just to save time, not save time, but it's to cut down on the video length. The video in itself already is going to be about 40 minutes. The tutorial itself is going to be about 40 minutes because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 aspects of that had to be filmed. Only one aspect was, well, the main body. I only had to film. I have it up over here. Oh, no, it's right there. I had to film on the main body part of it, which is the main stitch of it. I only had to film 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows because after the 8 rows, it repeats again. It's an 8-row repeat, and then you do 15 of those repeats, and that's what creates the main body on each side is the 15-row repeat, or 15 repeats of the 8 rows. Yeah, and that's what I try to do. I did the repeat twice for every row, and I'm gonna be, whenever I do the video, I'm gonna put markers there so that way everybody, all that stuff, so that way it's known. And then the middle section, which that one doesn't have a middle section because that was the prototype. That's when I came up with the middle section when I was 90% done with this one. No, wait, that one does have the middle section. It doesn't have the end sections. That's what it was. It was the end sections I came up with when I was 90% done with it. So created the lighter one has the end sections, which I had to film those straight up. There's no well, there is a repeat on those, but I just filmed them straight, I think. And then you do the same thing again. So I tried to keep it as easy as I could, but also not 24 hours. You know what I mean? I tried to make it as easy to the point and let's move on type of thing. And there's a point for redundancy, but then there's a time you can overdo it. He's doing great. He's doing really good. Good morning. Oh my gosh, my eyes are crossing. Crystal? Yeah. Well, thank you. Off to work you go. Well, hope you have a good day. But yeah, Sue, he's doing good. He works today and then he's off Wednesday and Thursday. I can't wait to see the blanket you do. Um, I the only thing about filming the bigger stuff like that in the shawl is my desk isn't wide, I guess you could say, or deep enough, whatever. It's wide this way, but when it goes this way, it's not. And I do like to have like an extension thing to where I can put here, so I can do that type of stuff. But I'm cool with, that's why I don't do a lot of big things, is because of it's hard to get those angles right with the smaller desk. But I'm comfortable with my desk, and that's why whenever I do my blankets, I do the smaller swatches for the tutorials, because it's just so much, one, it's easier. Two, I've been asked, why aren't you filming a blanket? If I film a blanket from beginning to end, Do you know how long that would take and how much footage that is? No. You know, an average well, Amber can tell you an average Tunisian blanket can take 3+ weeks. You know, depending on the size you want. And if you're like me and you're working on that 12 hours a day, you're looking at 12 plus hours of footage every day. And you know, there's just no reason to have tutorials that long, especially when you can get the point across repetitively enough in a swatch. And that's what I try to do. And I keep all my blanket swatches over here pinned to the board. Hey, you'll be able to grow into it though, Amber. And it came out really nice. I like the way the way you laid out your colors and your color choices. It came out really, really good. But you know, there's just a lot that is, you know, that's another reason that when I go, sometimes when I'm filming a tutorial, I'll pop up live and let you guys watch me film the tutorial at times, so you can see it's to allow you guys to see what it's actually kind of like to film these things, and you know how a 20-minute video, that item took 2 weeks to make. And so you could see, a lot of people think that all we do back here is just sit back here and, you know, crochet and have fun, whatever, make money. We don't make money, for one. Two, you know, we're sitting in weird angles when we're filming, because sometimes these cameras sometimes don't want to cooperate, and so you just, or even the lighting. So you're like this, trying to get the lighting in there right, because any other day you have it here and it works great, but for some reason that day you decide to film, you have it in the same spot, it's not wanting to do anything. So you yeah. That's awesome, Amber, though. Well, that's, oh. See, and that's the other thing too with a lot of my blankets. Especially whenever I start doing, that's what's hard. Can't say that. Let me start over. About, like, I've been asked about baby blankets, right? I don't do baby blankets because I do what I call forever blankets. They're meant that, yes, you can use them as a baby, as an infant, toddler, preschool. You know, it's meant to be with them for till the 12 or 13, maybe even 14. That's how big I make them. But that's what I call them forever blankets. I don't do baby blankets. I do forever blankets. Yeah, it does really do add a really cool back. That's the no, it's not the saddleback. The saddleback has a really funky texture. Like, the saddleback looks like, when I was coming up with the saddleback, it legitly reminded me of ropes laid together, and that the whole blanket, that's what it reminded me of. And then all of a sudden I got a flashback of when I was a kid. We were horseback riding out at a canyon nearby, and I remembered the saddle blanket that we rode on that horse, and that's where the name came from. Saddleback was, that memory came into mind, and I remembered riding the horse on that, with that certain blanket that looked like that. That was me too, React. My grandmother, she always made every grandkid a blanket, and most of the grandkids got like a twin size blanket. Well, I was born on her 50th birthday to the day and time, so I was automatically her favorite. So my twin size blanket turned into a queen size blanket, which I had all up until I left for the Navy, and it got lost. It got burnt in the fire. Yeah, and it is heavy. It is a heavy blanket. It kept me nice and warm. Like I said, when I was doing it, we had 2 weeks cold spell, and we were, we don't get as cold as you, obviously, but we were like 9 degrees for a high, and I was cold. Even though had my electric blanket sitting on top of me, I was still cold, and that thing, when I got some length on it, it was a nice warm blanket. Yeah, you should be able to because I used. Ooh, so you have 15 colors. You have 15 skeins of each color. Oh wow, Tracy! Like my grandmother taught me when I was 14 during a snowstorm. We had a blizzard, which is rare here, but because of the reason why I say that, Amber, is because I can't remember if I gave the width dimensions of the blanket. Okay, because I used just for the dimensions that I made it in, it used a total of, well, there's smaller skeins too, but let me see, should be right over here. Okay, well, I can't get to the blue and the white, but I used it was the big twist spa, and then the white and blue one. And of course, these don't have as much. I think these are, yeah, 269 yards, and I used eight of each colorway, so 16 total. Oh yeah, the sunrise ombre. Okay, what does that look like? I don't remember. Oh my gosh, Michael, I don't remember what sunrise ombre looked like. That's Warm Brights. Well, I don't think it's going to be in here, Michael. Michael, you're looking at the wrong place. Oh, oh, that's okay. I don't have Warm Brights. I have Sunrise Ombre as well. And you had 50. Yeah, that's the one I have. I thought it was Warm Brights for some reason. It's in this tub down here with a bunch of other yellow because that's what I want to do the pineapple blanket out of. And I did. It had 8 of that spa one and 8 of the. Wait, was it 8? I don't remember now. No, I used 7 of each because I have 3 left of each colorway. So yes, I used 7 of each, so 14 total skeins is what I used on that one. So if you got the 15 sunrise and you go get the, let's say, 15 whatever other color or something that matches very close to however many yardage you have, you could double what I did because it is a yarn eater. It is a yarn eater, and it's the front post Tunisian front post double crochets that eat it up. But that just gives so much texture and so much warmth, and it makes it such a dense fabric that literally it feels, oh, it's heavy, but it is like one of the warmest blankets I have ever made. Yeah, you should be good then. Um, and then I've got all these mystery bags or whatever from Red Heart. I've got to start making stuff with those. I don't know what yet. I'm waiting on some totes to get here so I can get them out. Because literally my normal area where I would do my Friday lives is full of yarn right now. I'm waiting on some totes to come in. And so that was me with my first gigabyte. Is I barely went through two skeins of each color. It's it's not a yarn eater, but then again, it's a multicolor yarn eater. If you kind of think about it, because you're having to buy more yarn. Yeah. Good morning, Vicky. Well, hope you have a good day at work, sweetheart. Um, that's the only good thing about the gigabyte is, yeah, you can buy two to three of each color, but you're having to buy multiple colors. I mean, you don't have to, but I think the gigabyte looks better in a multicolor aspect than it would in a or you need at least three colors, because I think two is just not enough to bring the gigabyte out. Three, I think, would be is more than enough, and then the more colors you can add to it, and if you can do a nice little repeat, heck yeah. And it would be also like a scrap buster blanket. You can do it as a scrap buster. I think it would make, because you don't really have to do four. Well, yeah, you do. To get the look, you have to do four rows. Um, but yeah, you could, you know, a nice scrap buster, because even the four rows don't take up a lot of yarn. And in the scheme of things, it doesn't take up a lot of yarn. I think the only thing you're actually using more of one color of is the built-in border. But then again, you don't have to do the built-in border the way I did it. You could do the built-in border however you want to do it. I just like doing blankets with built-in borders because I'm lazy and I don't like I don't like adding borders afterwards. I don't know. I don't like adding them afterwards. Yes, sweetheart. You have a good day, and I hope you stay safe. I know we're expecting bad weather today, and so I'm pretty sure, because here in Amarillo, I'm pretty sure you guys over there by Tulsa and whatnot are going to be expecting bad stuff too. So you be safe. But I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. It's been about an hour. I need to get back to writing this pattern and get it done. And like I said, I'll show you what I've done so far. Where's my PDF? Okay, there's no pictures or anything on this yet. I need to... Give me 1 second. I need to do this so I can see what I'm doing here. Okay. We're going to turn this way. So this is just the start of the pattern. I ignore my messy desk. It's just the start so far. There's the written part coming up right here. That's all written. Several pages of that. All handwritten. And now we go into the fun stuff. The symbols. And I've been creating these. This is the PDF, and I've been doing it all on Adobe, which has been really kind of trying. I had to create all the symbols that I needed to use and everything. And as you can see there, like if I click one, it highlight portions, and so when I'm moving stuff, I have to move the whole thing, and it's fun, but not fun. I'm getting the hang of it, which means I'm getting faster at it, which is making this a lot easier to understand. But you all have a great day. You be safe. Good morning, Melissa. Been lurking. while getting ready for the day. Well, I hope you have a great day. You and Tony have a wonderful, amazing day. Love you both. Well, thank you, Manuela. We love you too. We love every one of you guys. Like I said, you guys are what makes us. Without you guys, none of us would be here. So I want to thank you all for being here. Have a great, what is it, Tuesday? And I will see you on the streets. Probably not for the rest of this week because I'm trying to get all this done. So I will see y'all by Thursday. I'll know when I'm scheduling the premiere. So as soon as the premiere's done, that's when the pattern will come out. But anyway, you all have a great day. Love you all. Talk to y'all later. Bye.